trust you to keep a secret, right?
Sure. What's up?
Disclaimer. We do not own or claim ownership of the Pokemon franchise and any Pokemon established in official canon. That's all owned by Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures. This is just a podcast made by 4 friends who love Pokemon. It's our love letter to a franchise most of us grew up with. So please go support the official release. Previously on PKMN Legacy, the remains of a tattered and ruined mask.
There is a lot of crazy stuff going on, and I think this could be what links it all together.
Got a friend over in Macoun Town. His name's Roshambo. He could probably help you out with that stuff.
You are going to take your Krogunk, you're going to leave, you try to come back here, and take this Blitzy Bug or her children. Diamond here won't use hypnosis next time.
You see a slip of paper fall out of his pocket.
I'll just bring it to one of the kids, they probably know what this says.
Oh.
Everything okay?
It's fine. Nothing is fine.
The coastline is an hour or two's walk away.
I think we should get going.
Let's go.
2 hours pass in relative peacefulness. Most of the wild Pokemon around you have stayed in their shelters and burrows and nests while this storm still passes over. But eventually, you make it to where the wet grass gives way to more sandy dunes. It's a bit foggy right now, but you come across this wooden post sign with a map and little brochures, like in a little plastic case attached to the side of this wooden post. On the top it says, "Welcome to Macoun Town."
Finally.
We made it!
Hey!
She just pulls out her Pokédex and, shoves, a picture of Jinx in Chris's face, and she goes, "You owe me a soda."
Jinx!
Alright, that's fine. I owe you a soda. Wait, does the Pokemon world have? No, wait, yes they do. They do have soda.
It's called Pop, right?
Ah, you are correct.
Let's see if we can find a vending machine then.
Yeah, whenever it is, he owes me a soda.
Like I was saying, you're at this wooden signpost, welcome sign. You find these brochures and maps in the little plastic slot holder thing.
Ooh. I will have Chris take one.
Okay. You pick one out, you open it up. It's a bit worn, a bit faded over time, but you can make out a pretty good idea of this town, and it's surprisingly small.
It's so cute.
It's a little short town.
I like it here. Reminds me of Hoenn.
They have a gym!
Never mind.
It is your turn to join us again.
Wait a minute. Is it saying that the gym is a motel?
I'm sorry, what?
You look closer at the map, and it indeed says in a caption right next to where the colorful pastel buildings are, Lil Melee Melee Motel. And in very tiny text underneath it, in parentheses, gym.
It's good enough for me.
I don't know if I feel right about having a gym battle in a place where people are, trying to sleep.
Look, it's not like we put the gym there. Besides, we've got to get all our badges.
I mean, but God, what is the time right now? Is it still 4:30 p.m.?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. We should get some rest.
Oh, it's so early.
I'm old, so, 6 p.m.'s like a base.
Come on, let's have a little fun night adventure.
6 p.m.'s like midnight for me.
Some evening entertainment for the people.
I have gray hairs. I do need sleep.
At 6:30?
I have had a very, very exciting life when I was younger, and now I just wish to rest.
Don't think I don't notice you, up late at night writing letters to your daughter.
Okay, in my defense, I miss her, and I'm trying to find ways to cope, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right, well, I don't think you stop writing them at 6:30.
He just...
And Maddie, grabs their wrists.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'll go, but can we at least first go to, a Pokemon center? I think healing our Pokemon would be probably the best thing. When I have a full team before we go in there and fight, right? Right?
She, slowly puts their wrists down by their side. Yes, you are very right about that. Let us go heal, and then we battle.
Agreed.
Okay.
You make your way down the sandy trails over to the coastline where the Pokemon Center is said to be. You pass by these rather faded beach houses off the beaten path. You could count the number of houses you see here on your two hands, like 6 or 7 of them.
Oh, wow.
And they all seem to be rather quiet. 1 or 2 boarded up, but all of them have their lights off.
See, even they know when it's time to go to bed.
I don't know if anyone lives here.
How does such a tiny town have a gym?
Well, actually, how old is this town? Does the brochure say that?
You look at it, you don't see any date, any like town info or anything like that besides location names, other than like a very cartoony looking sun with sunglasses on it doing like a hang 10 pose, which also looks pretty faded out and pretty cheesy and retro. Kind of tacky.
Maybe we should go to the Pokemon Center to heal up and then ask the locals some questions?
Yeah, it almost feels like a ghost town in a sense.
You make your way over to the old boardwalk. It reminds you of Port Gala, though these ones are much smaller and have seen better days in terms of upkeep. But the Poke Center you find easily enough. It is one of the few buildings with the lights still on, nestled between some boarded up shops.
Boarded up so these shops aren't open.
Well, some of them have boards on them, some of them are just plain locked. Most of them seem to be closed.
What happened here?
Chris is looking around and he's really nerved by this. Well, unnerved by all this. Unnerved? That's the correct one.
Unnerved.
Unnerved. Thank you. It's still early in the morning for me. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't sound like it should be the right one.
Right.
Yeah.
You're correct. That nerved does sound right.
Sounds like a negative. Yeah, okay, all right. Thank you, Maddie and Velma. I'm old.
She's like hearing Chris's inner monologue like appearing above his head. Like he's typing unnerved and nerved, like keeps backspacing, like trying to decide.
You just hear the echoes in everybody's mind.
Unnerved.
Thank you. Wait.
Wait a minute. I think we need to go into the Pokemon Center before we lose our minds.
Yeah.
That's a good idea!
Let's go to the Pokemon Center.
Okay, the doors slide open kind of noisily. It's a rather cozy Pokemon Center. Not as big as the ones you've been in before, especially not like the one in Brayburg Town, which was pretty much its own like small hotel/trainer homeless center.
Oh.
This is so cute.
The Nurse Joy, who you notice was reading a book, looks up. Oh, customers! And she throws her book in the back and brushes herself off. Hello there. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. How may I help you?
You look surprised to see us.
Yeah, Macoun Town's a pretty quiet place.
Why is that?
Well, it's the off-season.
Off-season?
I mean, sometimes we get a little more business during like the spring, summer, but right now it's late fall, so not a lot of beach goers or beach weather or anything like that.
Well, does anyone even live here?
Back in Residential Row, like most of them are pretty reclusive and spend their time elsewhere where it's a bit more busy.
So this is like a vacation place almost.
Well, we'd like to heal up our Pokemon if you don't mind.
Of course. Just one moment. And she runs back. Taxi, we got customers! You see them both running back with a cart with a couple of slots to hold Pokeballs in. Right then, we'll be happy to take your Pokemon.
Chris will just keep all of his Pokemon on his belt because they all are at full health. He didn't really use them like that in the battles, so you guys take care of your Pokemon. I'll be fine.
Velma hands over Minion and Goonie, as Minion especially needs healing.
And Maddie hands over everybody but Bellini, because Bellini is at full health.
Okay, she takes your 5 Pokeballs. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, it will be just about, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes, and we should have them up and ready to go.
Thanks.
In the meantime, a vending machine is over there, magazines are over there, and out on the boardwalk, a a very nice view of the King's Tower.
Vending machine, you say? And Maddie looks over at Chris.
We'll get back to that in just a moment. And he looks back at the Nurse Joy and he goes, before you take our Pokemon, I do have one quick question.
Oh, yes.
So, I've been looking at this brochure, and it looks, mind you, I'm very sorry for saying this, very old. And, it doesn't really look like it's been updated in a while. Could you possibly tell me how old this area is? I'm from Hoenn, so I would never really know.
Oh, Hoenn. I have some family over there. Yes, so Macoun Town is, I wouldn't say the oldest town around these places. I believe that would be technically Mount Ambrosia, but I actually am not sure. This is a pretty old place. It's been around for as long as the Pokemon League's been around.
You said something about Mount Ambrosia. What kind of head is in that direction? Could you tell us anything about it?
Oh, it's a pretty snowy place over there. You'll definitely want to dress warmly. I say Mount Ambrosia is not exactly a town. It's more like a base camp of sorts.
Ooh, base camp? What do they keep there?
Well, I know there's a gym over in those parts. There used to be some fancy... I don't remember what exactly was up on the tops of Mount Ambrosia. It's been so long and I'm not really much of a hiker myself.
If that's the case, I think we might have a bit of an advantage when it comes to Mount Ambrosia, because if it's really cold, it might just be like ice and ghost types, or ice and dark.
Did you have any other questions before I roll these back over to the healing equipment?
Yes, just one. Are the shops closed right now, or are there any that are open?
Unfortunately, most of these shops are closed due to being off-season and not a lot of traffic coming here. The only businesses that are open, I believe, are the Lil Melee Motel, which, if you're looking for a place to stay for the night, has some very convenient rooms at very affordable prices. We don't really have the capacity to house anyone here at our Poke Center. Other than that, I believe the only place that is still open is the Sandy Shoals Marina. So if you had a boat you wanted to dock there, that would be the place.
Sandy Shoals Marina.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, there's not a lot of businesses here.
Is the gym open, or is that just the motel part?
Oh yeah, the owner of the motel also is the gym leader, so he'd be happy to serve all your gym and motel needs.
Very well. Well, thank you very much, Nurse Joy, for answering our questions.
My pleasure. Now I'm going to go take care of your lovely Pokemon. So it'll be about 15 minutes, like I said.
Wonderful.
Merci.
And she wheels the cart in, shuts the door behind her, and she gets to work.
She seems like a really nice individual.
What do we do now?
Only one thing I can really think of at this point for 10 or 15 minutes. And he walks over to the vending machine. Now, what kind of drink do you want?
What do they have?
Okay, so you pop over to the vending machines. Where did I put the menu?
Yay!
All right.
I love that you prepared this.
It seems that this is not only a vending machine for regular drinks, but there's also some basic essential items for trainers in here.
Ooh.
And you take a look and it sees the prices. You see potions, super potions, Pokeballs, Great Balls, and fresh water, soda pop, and lemonade.
Chris, will you only pay for a drink for me?
No, he was gonna get one for Velma as well.
No, as in like, instead of buying me a drink, can you buy me some Pokeballs?
But Maddie, you said, and I quote, "You owe me a soda."
But-
You said nothing about a Pokeball.
Listen, I understand what I said, but think about how much more helpful a Pokeball will be.
You're right. Now, what kind of soda would you like?
Can I roll for persuasion?
If you want, it's up to Chris. Also, I will point out, so we don't have any repeats from last town, the entry fee for all three of you entering the gym is 5 credits each, total of 15 credits.
Oh yeah, it's kind of expensive.
You're not going to have enough honey to bribe the gym guide again.
Hold on, how many credits do I have left?
I check my inventory.
I have 15.
I got 9 credits, so I'm still good.
Actually, if I get 2 sodas, I still have enough to go and enter the team. So I would still have 5 credits left.
That's totally up to you. There are no in-game benefits to the sodas, right?
Actually, I can tell you this. For sodas, I arrange it so that it works a bit differently from just basic restore health for your Pokemon type items. Because they are drinks, they can be used to recover health for both Pokemon and humans.
Okay.
For Pokemon, it restores HP equal to a set amount plus the trainer's heart roll.
Okay.
So it varies. For
Okay.
humans, it just restores a very small amount of health.
All right, well,
Like fresh water restores 1 health, soda pop 2, lemonade 3 for humans.
he did promise me a soda, so I guess I'll get a soda. What flavors do they have?
They have
What flavors
soda.
do they have,
They
Gog?
have soda pop flavor. They have popping pecha berry flavored soda, loquacious lum berry flavored soda.
Gracious.
I have a feeling he's making these up on the spot, and I'm all here for it.
What? What? No.
They also have ranch dressing flavored soda.
Ranch
Ew, okay,
flavored.
I want-
Chris looks
I
at
want,
Maddie with that one, and he goes, "I know which one to get you."
No! Please, the popping pecha berry.
But where's your sense of adventure, Maddie?
You cannot do this to me.
I thought you enjoyed adventurous things.
Velma just looks at the soda machine. She's like, sweet, we got ranch.
See, Velma's into it. What can't you be?
Okay, so you can buy her one.
I said I would buy you one. I never said anything about
Yes,
Velma.
and I want the popping pecha berry.
You hear echo in the back of your head, Maddie.
He does owe me a soda. That is correct.
Yes, you said I owe you a soda. You didn't say what kind of soda. You didn't say I didn't have.
You owe me the soda.
There are several of these sodas.
The popping pecha berry.
How about this, Maddie? I will get you this popping pecha berry soda. However, if I get it, I have to sit out the battle for just today, and we just go to sleep.
You are so lucky. That is my favorite soda.
And he just puts the credits in there and pops out. He pops out 2 sodas, and he's like, "Thank you for your business, Maddie."
I'll see you at the gym tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
1 popping pecha soda for Maddie. 1 ranch soda for Velma.
Yeah.
All right.
So we have to sleep at the motel anyway, right?
Yeah.
Tick tock, ding, 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 ding. Nurse Joy comes out with your Pokemon. Thank you for waiting. We restored your Pokemon to full health.
Thank you.
Here you go. And here are your Pokemon. And we hope to see you.
No. It's, Sorry. It just seems as though every time a Nurse Joy says that, something very wrong goes down in our adventure. And I just am trying to...
Says what?
Thank you for healing our Pokemon, Nurse Joy. You are a wonderful, wonderful nurse, and I appreciate everything you do. And I hope that we don't have to come back because we are going to be responsible Pokemon trainers and breeders. Isn't that right, Maddie and Velma?
I mean,
His eye is twitching.
sure, but if you're a Pokemon trainer, you're bound to use the center.
Not if you
Are
use...
you okay?
It's been a long day. I want to go to sleep.
Okay. And Maddie just like sips her soda, pops it open.
Can you take your hand off my mouth again? No?
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I could just maybe want you to come back because I do have very little social interaction here, but okay, if you want to be like that.
Oh, you hurt the poor lady's feelings.
Thank you for your patronage, and
well-
I hope you can return in good health.
Yeah, Chris, maybe you'll just buy me another soda.
How is this making me the bad guy here? Come on. We have seen the patterns. Come on.
I haven't seen any patterns.
We literally have been... You know what? All right, I need sleep. I need sleep really badly. I'm sorry, Nurse Joy.
Some people. And she just gives a good big glug to the ranch soda, just savoring it.
He has the most disgusted look on his face like, ugh, why do you enjoy that?
Listen, sweet and sour, what more could you want?
Oh, I know. Something that doesn't have a ranch in it. It's a drink. That is... You scare me.
If only they had mayo.
Let's go to the motel.
Yeah, please.
All right, you three walk out the door, and Nurse Joy goes back to her book. Back to no social interaction whatsoever.
Stop making me feel bad for the Nurse Joy. You're going to make me want to go back in there and be like, all right, we can play like some board games or something, or just, I don't know, talk about your life or whatever. I feel bad now.
You walk over to the motel. As you're about to go in, the doors open, are kind of blinded by this very bright golden shine. And as the light clears, you can smell very expensive perfume as this gaudy fellow with golden locks, golden shirt, salmon shorts, a lot of makeup and a lot of product, with his nose up in the air. Oh, I thought I'd smelled something most common. Madeline, how long has it been?
Chadwickington. You dare show your face here?
I could say the same thing to you.
What do you mean? I'm here for study abroad.
Oh, how lovely that must be, being able to still study.
Well, it's not my fault.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your servant friends?
First of all, they are not my servant friends. I am far above having servants, unlike you. Besides, I don't really want you associating with my friends. Why don't you just get your pesky little self out of here?
That's fine. I must go back to my yacht and celebrate anyway, after my glorious victory tonight.
Your what?
Oh yes, I've just gotten my 4th badge.
Oh, really?
Oh, Briarwood! From behind him, a very thin, tall, gangly man dressed in like a butler's uniform comes out, opens up a mahogany little box. You can see sparkling badges, none of which you recognize, not from the towns you've been to, but you see 4 out of 8 spots glistening with a badge.
Oh, well, good for you, but we have more.
Oh, really? Well, go ahead and dazzle us with your badges.
Well, I wouldn't dare concern myself with that. I don't think you deserve to see them.
I knew it. You didn't have more badges than me after all.
Of course I do. I absolutely do. Plus, I have all new Pokemon that I bet you've never seen before. And Maddie, Maddie goes over to Chris, absolutely impulsively, and grabs Diamond's Pokeball.
Maddie, what are you doing?
Chris, are you going to try to fight her on this?
He's more or less too focused on what in the ding-dong devil is going on with this guy that he doesn't really truly notice until it's already happened and it's too late.
Okay, so you're not going to contest her on this.
No, I'm not gonna. He's not gonna contest that.
Dry lives for the drama.
I like storytelling very much.
So Maddie grabs the Pokeball. I bet everything I have that you have never seen this Pokemon before.
Maddie, I don't mean.
We've even discovered a whole new type.
Wait, Maddie, no.
You throw out the Pokeball with Diamond in it. Chadwickington's curly eyebrows furrow a bit. What a quaint-looking, shiny Pokemon.
It's not a shiny. It's a whole new type all its own. Much better than any jewels that you have.
Well, if it's not shiny, then I have no need for it. After all, I wouldn't want to soil my own team. And he takes out some of his Pokeballs, and out pops a shiny Furfrou and a shiny Sylveon.
Well, everybody knows what those Pokemon are, but they've never seen this one.
It just looks like a quote-unquote shiny Parasect to me. And I have no need for that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some celebrations to do on my yacht.
You mean your yacht?
Well, maybe you call it a yacht, but I can afford all the syllables.
Does he not know that shiny Pokemon are considered deformed individuals? Like, does he not know that?
Come, Briarwood.
Okay, guess he doesn't. All right.
We must begin our celebrations.
All right, bye, I guess.
They prance away south towards the marina.
Chris is going to take the Pokeball back and pop Diamond back in the Pokeball. Is there something you wish to tell us, Maddie?
I'm sorry that you had to see me like that.
So, who was that guy?
His name is Laze Chadwickington III. He insists you say it that way, but for all I care, he's just Chadwickington. If you hadn't figured it out, he's from back home.
Maddie, it seems as though that you have a bit of history with this individual, and I would love to know more about that, but what I'm really concerned with, and he starts getting really close to her, why did you lie?
About what?
Okay. All right. I will not press you on this anymore. You seem to be quite adamant about it. Let's go ahead and have that gym battle. I'm feeling a bit more awake.
Tonight?
Yep. Let's go ahead.
Okay. Thanks.
No need to thank me because we have a lot of things to do.
And here we are again at the pause menu. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. If you'd like to support the show, we have a Patreon page where you can get rewards like your name in the end credits of the video version on YouTube, access to behind-the-scenes bonus tidbits. Our latest one is where I went through all the characters I've played as in past campaigns and one-shots, what I've learned from them, what I wish I hadn't learned from them, all that good jive jumbo. And if you support the show at the Ultra Baller tier at $10 and up, you get your name mentioned here verbally by me with my mouth hole in the pause menu now, like I'm about to do right now, with Camicat, Dongo the King, Donkey Oto, Doodle Boy, Lizzie McPoof, Mr. Someone, and Turtle Lover 2244. You can also tweet about the show using the hashtag PKMN Legacy. And like our Patreon supporters, you might get your name used as one of our NPCs' names. Like with our Patreon supporter, the Lazy Shadow, who we named Laze Chadwickington III after the Chadwickington fortune after. Because, you know, lazy. It's just a little fancier when I say it. And we named Laze's butler, Briarwood, after the Briarwood Academy, at Briarwood the on Twitter, which is an actual play podcast that uses the Monster of the Week system. So I guess that counts as my plug. Speaking of...
Hey there, Kay. How you doing?
Hi, I'm listening here. It's a live thing back and forth. Let's do this.
Hey, so you know how I've been doing
Live, yes.
So you know how I've been doing a lot of different stuff lately?
A metric butt ton, yes.
Yeah, well, here it is. I'm gonna list them off right now. Let's go. Did I already mention the No, I didn't.
You mentioned the Pokemon Trainer Cipher, but you never mentioned the other thing.
Yeah, so I also did a Pokemon Champion Cipher recently, and you can go find that in the links. I also did something unrelated to Nerdcore and Pokemons and all that. I did a live-action music video recently, and I helped write a song for that too. It's called Monday Morning! It's on CG5's channel, with a whole bunch of other artists that I've worked with that you guys might recognize. So check that out too! I also did a Beast of Anime rap cipher that's on Schwabity's channel, and I rapped as a Gretzico for that. There's some language in it, but it's really good, and you should check that out.
I think at this point they don't have to worry about language anymore.
You know what? Good point. And I also did something at the Living Tombstone recently. We did a remix track of his stuff with Odyssey, who is a lovely, lovely lady, and y'all should check her out and all that, and it's awesome. So yeah.
Anything else?
Nope, that's all.
Cool. Yeah, I will put the links in the description below for whatever you're listening to on, whether it be YouTube or the podcast platform you choose. Anyway, do you want to lead them back into the episode? With the
Let's go
unpause?
back to the episode. Let's see what they're up to.
You guys say unpause.
What?
That's how I know how to pause it back.
Okay.
We're trapped here. Hurry.
Back to the episode of Pause!
You open up the doors, and a question. Have any of your characters been to the Alola region before?
Not Maddie.
Or familiar with it?
Velma's definitely been at least once.
Chris and Anna went there for their honeymoon after they got married, but that was more or less just for like a week.
Well, then you're at least a little familiar with the Alola region. This is more like a very tacky semblance of it. Like you see wallpapers with a lot of tropical flower patterns and palm trees and tiki torches on it. Some masks of what you assume are of ancient Alolan Pokemon on the walls as decorations. And at the counter, you see a portly fellow wearing rather lax clothing with tousled raven hair. And he sees you.
Oh, Alola over there. How you doing?
A Lola over there? I love him already.
Me too.
My name's Roshambo. Welcome to the Little Mele Mele Motel.
Did you say Roshambo?
Yeah?
You wouldn't happen to be the Roshambo.
Well, I'm the only Roshambo I know of, so maybe, yeah.
Maddie turns over to Chris and Velma, and she's like, this is the guy we're supposed to talk to about the mask. We have to figure out how to talk to him about it.
You're right. Hey, Roshambo, do you know anything about masks?
You can't be that obvious.
Well, I mean, there's the masks on my wall, but I doubt that's what you're talking about, huh?
Is it masks on your walls?
Oh, yeah. These masks were made to represent the 4 Alolan Guardians.
Chris, I think that might be what we're talking about.
Oh, well, I mean...
There's Tapu Koko over there, Tapu Fini over there, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Lele.
There are only 4, you said?
Yep.
There's not 5?
Pretty sure there's only 4.
Maddie, do you have it in your bag still?
I do, but it's still kind of dirty, and it definitely is not in the best shape.
Well, no time like the present.
Maddie pulls the mask out. Do you know anything about this?
Let me take a look. Where'd you find this?
At a little shop sale. Back home.
Maddie,
I don't want to make it weird.
you're not giving him the information he needs, though.
I don't want him to think I'm weird. You guys think I'm weird for hearing things?
Maddie, I literally am old. I hear things all the time. I keep thinking I hear the door open, and we're not anywhere near a door, I think.
If you're too uncomfortable with it, that's fine. But you can't be afraid of a little weirdness every now and then. I mean, just look at me.
Well, it's just... We found this mask when we were out in these woods at this dig site. But the thing is that it was underground, and I only found it because I heard it talking to me.
Really now?
Yes, I heard it talking to me.
And what did it say to you?
Well, it didn't really say anything, per se. I just heard voices, I guess.
Well, I guess it'd be hard to talk pretty clearly if your face was in pieces.
That's how he found it. Do you think you could fix it?
I mean, I have a bit of wood glue in the back there and some needles and threads, but I'm not much of a craftsman or a seamstress or anything like that.
Well, why didn't you say so? That's literally what I do.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sure. If you need supplies, I'd be happy to lend you a couple things.
That would be amazing. Can we please?
Sure enough. Hey, Riser, can you bring out the toolbox back there?
The doors open up, and this little Alolan Raichu rides in on his tail,
Oh, that's cute.
holding a little toolbox.
Thanks, buddy. Here you go. Here are my tools.
Sure. Are you the owner of this motel?
I am the proprietor, yes.
Does that mean you're also the gym leader?
I am also the gym leader, yes.
Great. Well, she looks at Chris and Velma. Chris, I really appreciate that you wanted to do the gym battle tonight, but I think that right now this mask needs to be the priority.
Who are you and what have you done with Maddie? All right, if that's what you want.
3 rooms, I guess?
So, like, one room for each of you?
Do you have, like, maybe a suite? So we all have 1 room each, but we are in the same area?
I can get you 2 rooms, because each room has 2 beds in them, but no fancy suites or anything. Don't really have the budget for that fancy stuff you might find in Cortland or whatever.
That's all right. Looks like one of us is going to have a sleepover. So, Chris?
Nope, I will happily take the one room to myself. I would love nothing more.
Great. So that is yours, and Velma and I can have some girl time.
I'm down for that.
Okie doke. It's the off season, so how about 4 credits for the 2 rooms?
I can pay it.
Now, will you also be doing the gym challenge?
We will be doing that tomorrow.
I do need to let you know it's a sort of particular gym challenge, so it can only happen in the evening.
That's okay. We can spend some time getting ready.
And he hands you 2 keys attached to these plastic, foam, colorful palm leaves.
Velma, let's get to our room.
Alrighty.
We can, do some makeup.
Right.
And other girl stuff. We'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning. Kids. Well, I'm gonna get some fresh air. I guess while he's doing that, I'll let Maddie and Velma do the development for what's happening with that.
We love a split scene.
Maddie and Velma, you go outside the main lobby building area, come into this fenced-off courtyard, beach chairs, pool floaties and noodles strewn about the sides around this small pool area.
It's got a pool.
With one diving board at the end and not really anything else. You notice a hot tub in the corner that is currently covered up. To the east, you have a clear view of the beach past a few dunes and palm trees. There's a little path that leads down to the trail. All around the pool, motel rooms. You pass by a few doors, only one of them has a do not disturb sign on it. And you go to the end of the motel, and you find your room.
Great.
Cool.
Let's go in.
All right.
You go in.
If you hadn't noticed, you're now inside.
Cool.
It's a rather ordinary motel room. 2 beds, a little cabinet with a rather small TV, old bunny ear antennas, that sort of TV.
Oh, all right.
There's a bathroom in the back, a small mini fridge, table, curtains, tacky Alolan decorations strewn about. You see 2 lays on the pillows of your bed.
She pops her bag down onto the bed and sits down. You can hear the springs creaking. And she pulls the mask out and the toolkit that Roshambo gave her and kind of starts investigating ways that she can piece it together, trying to focus on this.
So anything I can help with, or?
Velma, I can trust you to keep a secret, right?
Sure. What's up?
Remember when I said that I couldn't read that strange note that Chris found?
Yeah.
That wasn't exactly true.
And Velma's just kind of looking at her with a slight roll in her eyes. She's like, yeah.
Listen, I don't like to hide things from Chris, but he doesn't trust me. And I read what it said, and I just think that it would freak him out a little bit, and I just think it's too important for us to ignore. I think we have to do something with it. And Maddie pulls out the note and shows it to her.
The translation being?
Can I read it, Kay?
You may go ahead and read the note as you see fit.
I know I have a little bit of trouble translating this, but I think I have it. And it's really the last line that concerns me. But it says, "Rally under moonshroud at the crown of shoals. Bring red blood to our ranks."
Yeah, that does sound a little bit something concerning.
But I don't think we can ignore it. There's no way that it doesn't relate to the mask.
You're definitely right on that.
I just can't stop thinking about it. We need to figure this out.
Crowns of souls. Have we heard that before?
Have we?
Oh, maybe I'm thinking... I'm thinking of the King's Tower.
I was going to say, was it the King's Tower?
I think that's what I was thinking of, yeah.
Is there anything related to the King's Tower in that message, Kay? I just don't remember what the King's Tower thing said that we read.
Which one are you talking about?
Wasn't there like a sign or something that we read at the King's Tower? Like when we were like doing some
Or
research
like a
about
note
it?
we read somewhere.
Um,
Oh yeah, the ballad. That's right. We had something like that.
I don't think it said anything about a crown of shoals in the ballad. Let me check. I know we have it. It says, "O champion of Boreal's squall, coddled from coldest charm thou art, ogre, soldier, most faithful thrall, mine holy words thou shalt impart. Make airy Glossia high, shroud out yon light of heaven's devil. Thy wintry winds shall pierce the sky. Through their demise shall I take revel by thy cold might. Thine storms shalt sing, so saith I, the King of Kings." So we know, and that's kind of why we're headed to Mount Ambrosia. But I don't see anything specifically related to that note. Moon shroud. I don't know.
Shred out yon lights of heaven's
Oh,
devil.
shroud. Yeah, that's true. I just feel like Mount Ambrosia is like where we're going to learn more things, but I feel like at the very least we should try piecing this mask together.
Yep, I agree with that.
So Maddie just kind of like is like, "Are you any good at puzzles?"
Oh, if it's anything like chemistry,
Then I think we're in luck. Want to help me piece it together?
you got it.
how do you want to approach this?
I'm assuming.
We could do one careful, one clever.
Should we have each of us do one? Like one of us does careful, one of us does clever, depending on which approach we each have is better. So Maddie's best is clever.
I definitely think my clever is higher than my careful for stats.
My careful is my lowest one.
All right, clever it is then.
Okay. I got a 0. But it adds 3, right?
Adds 3 to what?
Well, when I look at my clever, like my character sheet, it says that. Oh no, because good is just a 3. I see, because it says clever.
No, approach roll is your 4 fate dice plus whatever stat bonus you have for that.
Mm-hmm.
Your stat bonus for this is 3, but you also rolled 3 negatives for your fate dice.
I rolled 3. Is that why? Oh, I see. Gotcha. So I just rolled very poorly. I think it's rigged.
It's either
Just
poor,
saying.
they either have poor rolls or like god rolls.
Ridiculous rolls.
And you don't have any fate points to use, so you're out of luck.
I am.
But Velma, how about you roll for something?
I'm about mid-tier for everything that would work on here, so I'll just do clever too. Let's see what we get. 1.
All right.
That's average. You do have 1 fate point.
I do want to save it.
Is there any other way that we could like figure out how to like put this together?
Well, let's just resolve this first.
Okay.
Maddie, you're a bit distracted by the day's events with Laze Chadwickington III, heir to the Chadwickington fortune, the mask, and Chris not trusting you and just everything, so you're a bit half-assed in your efforts to try and piece this together. Velma, you're pretty into puzzles and stuff like this, using your big brain power. Unfortunately, you're trying to be delicate, but the threads on like the side ropes that are hanging off the horns and holding the feathers are very frayed. You know where the pieces go, but they're still just unattached puzzle pieces. And keeping it back together is a bit out of your wheelhouse.
I can't try rolling for careful, can I?
What will you be doing that for?
Trying to carefully put it together where Velma is stuck.
You know what? At this point, I haven't used a fate point in a while, so I'm willing to part with it,
Are you sure?
if it'll help.
Kay, is there any way that we can figure this out without using that fate point? Just like, is this worth figuring out? Ugh.
Sometimes taking that risk is what makes the game interesting.
What's the thing you said? It's like the salvation.
A small price to pay for salvation.
You know what? I had a little bit of suffering. Let's use
Oh my
it.
god.
Okay, would you like to add 2 to that roll or re-roll?
Let's do a reroll.
Oh my god, what if it's worse though?
Oh, then it's worse.
Well,
Can we please add 2 to the roll? Please, add 2 to the first
She
roll.
already called re-rolling instead of +2. So we are going to go with a -2.
Oh my god, no. We need to figure this out. Come on, for the sake of story.
Now, okay. So here's what I'm going to say. Those were your first rolls. If you want to keep going at this, you may roll again.
We can?
But if you fail again, there will be consequences for this.
Ooh.
Is there anything that Chris can do?
Jinx.
It will haunt her forever. Oh my god. Well, you know what? I'll be darned if I don't take chances as Maddie. We're gonna roll again. As clever. God, please. Please, please, please. I'm literally praying right now. Please. Ah! So I got a 5.
Which is a superb.
Oh my God. I literally, wow. I truly did say a prayer.
So, I think this is how we'll play it then. You have been sitting by this mask, barely touching it. It's ancient, it's fragile, it's hard to really understand completely, like the logic behind how this was built, and you know that one wrong move and you might render these fragments into an unusable heap of tinder. So for the time being, it's just a staring contest, just looking at the mask, seeing if the answers just come to you. And Maddie, with that superb 5, it does. It suddenly clicks. The answers, the instructions, they're all rushing into your head. Thoughts just echoing. This side piece, it's the cheek, it goes here. The horn, it goes on the forehead, which means you have to twist it here. These must form the eye hole, so you have to put these pieces together. And Velma, you're just watching Maddie with this blank expression on her face as she builds her rhythm, piece by piece by piece, as she effortlessly works on the fragments. And after a storm of gluing and threading and piecing it together, Maddie, you step back. It's a patchwork job, but it's a mask once more.
Maddie looks down at the mask.
And it takes a second for you to realize
Wait, when did I put this together?
you realize that partway through constructing this, you sort of zoned out.
You looked like you were pretty in the zone, so I just kind of stepped back after a while.
Okay, that's weird. Normally I would be freaked out, but I am way too curious to question. So, it is fixed. Maybe we should bring it back to Roshambo.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Let's rewind a bit. We cut back to Chris, who exits the main lobby building about maybe a minute after Maddie and Velma just left him. What's Chris doing right now? Said he was going to go for a walk or something?
Yep, he's gonna go for a quick little walk just around the area, just to sort of clear his mind. You know, it's been a very, very, very long day, so he just wants to do something that helps his mind be a bit at ease.
Well, where are you headed, buddy?
I guess he'll head the southern way and,
Okay, so you're walking past the old boardwalk?
yes. I'd say as he's walking, he's sort of just like in his own thoughts, just sort of reminiscing on what's transpired so far. And I'll say as he's walking, he gets so absent-minded that he sort of kind of reels back when he sees a bit of a bright light from being around the Pokemon Center again.
You look in the window, you see Nurse Joy still reading her book.
He walks inside and he's just like, hi.
Oh, welcome to the Oh, wait, it's you again.
Excited. That's a perfect reaction.
Are your Pokemon all right?
Yes, no, my Pokemon are fine. I was just, wanting to apologize for earlier. Sorry, I've been through a good bit and just, I don't know, I guess that phrase has sort of left a negative impression on me. So, my apologies.
It's fine. I'm just trying to be professional as possible because, I just don't really get to help people as much as my other family does in the other more well-traveled places. So, just overeager a bit.
Well, when was the last time you sort of talked to anybody that wasn't over a phone call?
I talk to Roshambo every now and then, heal up his Pokemon after his battles, but honestly, there's not a lot of other people around here, so...
Well, how are you?
Oh, well, I'm doing good. Now that we're actually talking, I honestly don't know what to say.
Yeah, it can be like that sometimes. Trust me, I was like that. When I first opened up my Pokemon breeding center, after a while, you sort of stop getting a good influx of people and just kind of are stuck with Pokemon, which isn't a bad thing. It's keeps things interesting.
You ran like a breeding center back in Hoenn then?
Yes, I ran, I still do, but it was with my wife at the time and also with my daughter. But currently, my daughter is on her Pokemon adventure to be the very best that no one ever was. Ha!
That's great.
Yes. But unfortunately, it's now just me running the Pokemon Center. Well, Pokemon Center. No, breeding center.
You trying to steal my job?
I would not want to do that to you. I'd feel bad. It actually is quite nice to talk to someone that is, it's nice to, I quite enjoy talking to Velma and Maddie, and I enjoy the adventure we're going on so far, but sometimes you just like to be able to talk to someone who has experienced possibly the same things as you. And it just feels nice.
Well, it's nice to listen to something that doesn't go, meh, meh. And you hear the Chansey from behind.
That's like me when I talk to Ginger. I mean, she doesn't really make the meh sound. It's more like a. She's probably gonna bite me for that later.
Oh, sorry. I guess I have to get back to work, healing up some gold guy's Pokemon.
Oh, I think I might know who you're referring to, but I won't keep you up from your job. I just appreciate the conversation. I almost asked you for your name, but I know it's Nurse Joy. But I'm Chris, and it's nice to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you too. But you can just call me Joy if you like.
Joy it is. Well, I hope you have a good night, Joe. Joe. See, I need sleep.
Well, you have a good night too, Chris. As you walk down the sandy dune paths and head back to the Little Melee Motel, you see a glint of light peeking out from the overcast skies as the sun begins to set and darkness begins to blanket this quiet little ghost town.
Hey, didn't mention it in the pause menu because I didn't want to spoil it, but Roshambo is a playtester character made by Roshi VA, so thank you to him for reprising his role. Link to his YouTube channel in the description.